No. Not on tape. Oh, shit. Okay, so we're done our dinking warm up. Camera's on. We're going to do our drops warm up now. So you guys remember how to do our drops warm up, right? Yep. 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 So you're going to do center first. Yeah. Actually, mid-court to mid-court, white line to white line. Just do, yeah, there you go. Drops warm up. So exactly from mid-court. Yep. Right, you're just doing your drop warm up, so you're just warming up your fundamentals essentially. No, off the ground. Oh, way too hard. Yeah, let's get try again. Okay, so just like, yeah, start in the middle, yeah. So it's like a dinking warm up, but just a little bit longer. Yeah, the same pattern. Middle to middle, V to V, inside to inside, right? Okay, drops. Easy, easy. There you go. You guys are getting the hang of it. There you go. All right, now pick a side. Pick a side. Good, now you're on the other side. That's awesome. Yep, diagonal. Other diagonal, yep. Other diagonal. Okay, remember these are drops. Not to you specifically, to both of you. You're both hitting hard. These are drops. Diagonal. Good. Okay. Figure eight. Okay, other way. Susan's diagonal, or Susan's straight, Angela's diagonal. Yep. Long diagonal drop, or long diagonal drop. So from the white line, that's the white line. Oh, hang on. Okay. Remember, long diagonal drops doesn't mean we go out to the edge. It just means that we go, it's the long diagonal, meaning from the center of this one to the center of that one. Okay, other diagonal now. Other diagonal. Good. Backhand to backhand. Good. Good. That's your warm up. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with a little bit of a fundamentals review, just very, very quickly. Just need some balls. I'm still limping from my run yesterday, so my soleus is, my left soleus is always tight after a run. Okay, so fundamentals review. I need to be open stance, wrist laid back, right? My objective is little or no backswing. I prefer to use the term minimal backswing because you're going to need some backswing, but no more than is necessary, right? So those are our fundamentals. Oh, sorry, back up just a little bit, Angela. You're a little too close. All right. So there we go. Green ball. Awesome. So open stance, right? Laid back wrist. This is the part where I both really want you to work on the element that I both want you to work on today is the laid back wrist. Really want to get this wrist laid back so the paddle face is open, right? Lift with our legs, little backswing, right? Open stance, laid back wrist, little or no backswing, and you're going to lift with your body, with your legs especially. Okay? On the backhand side, the wrist is still laid back, paddle's out in front. Right? A little high. Anyway, that's what we're going to be working on today. I really want you to focus on the laid back wrist. If your wrist is properly laid, so watching the video from yesterday, you guys are giving up a lot of volleys. So people standing at the kitchen line, you're allowing them to hit the ball out of the air a lot more often than you should be. And if we can take that out of your game, we're going to create more errors from the other team. We're also going to create more volleying opportunities for you guys, because if you can get the ball to the ground, they have to hit up on it, which means you might have an opportunity to hit down on it. And that's a critical thing to get you through the point that you're at now to the next level, is we've got to get more of these volleys to the ground. So I want to work on mid-court volley stuff today. From my analysis of the video, what I'm seeing is too much backswing, not enough laid back wrist. That's why your mid-court shots are drifting high enough and deep enough that you're giving up volley opportunities. I believe that if we can fix the laid back wrist and shorten your backswings, that you're going to give up fewer volleys. So I want to work on that today from the mid-court, but before we get there, I really want to work on the laid back wrist. Does that make sense? Is that a sensible lesson plan? Before we get there, you did lots of things good yesterday.
It's really important to me that we talk about the goodness as well as the badness.
Okay. But I don't want to do that in the lesson because I want to focus on what we're talking about today.
We can do it a lot.
We can do it. Yeah. Well, did you watch the video?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well,
no, I did not.
It's hard for me to do that. You guys did lots of good stuff yesterday.
We were there, so we would know what you're speaking to. Yeah. It's just sometimes it's just not possible to watch the video.
Yeah. Well, and I did. I spent I was at the store for 6 hours yesterday. You guys were on the screen for the entire 6 hours while I was working. I mean, I was watching every minute. I saw lots of good yesterday. Um, but there's issues that we need to work on, and this is one of the issues that we're working on today. Okay? And and I'm not saying that you guys gave up, like every shot you gave up was a volley opportunity. It's just that when your opponents were hitting winners against you or putting pressure on you, a lot of times it was the result of volleys that you're putting up. So I just want to work on this today.
And we definitely acknowledge that while we were playing. We gotta get it down. We gotta get it down more. We gotta get it down more.
Yeah, and it's hard to do in a game. This is why we bring it into practice and we work on technique and we work on fundamentals, because often we get in these habits of playing and we kind of drift away from the sound fundamentals that help us get the results that we want. That's why I thought we'd start with that today. All right, so let me show you the first thing we're going to do. We're going to do a progression today. We're going to start with yep.
You're not supposed to take it in front of my body. The laid back wrist had wrong. So here's what I feel.
That's laid back wrist, yep.
This is a laid back wrist.
Yep.
So your knuckles are going towards your elbow.
Yep. That's your laid back wrist. Yep. So when we dink, this is really important. If you want to make this habit work better for you when you're dropping, learn to do it when you're dinking. Right? So let's just dink for a minute. Just for a minute. So when I dink, so I'm dinking with Angela. I want to make sure that my palm is facing Angela, right? On the forehand, right? So just imagine that I don't have the racket here. My palm is facing her the entire time. So we're dinking back and forth, right? And I want to keep that palm facing Angela. Go ahead, you can feed. Yeah. Oops. I'm dinking straight on. I want to keep my palm facing her. That's the way you keep your wrist laid back, right? And on the other side, on the backhand side, I want to make sure that my knuckles are facing Angela, right? I will keep my wrist laid back. And if I can keep my knuckles facing Angela, my fundamentals will always be right. I don't have to think about where should my wrist be? Do I need an angle? I just want to keep my palm facing her all the time. So now let me go back here to a drop shot, right? Back here, now my knuckles are facing her. Yeah. 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 And they make more sense. Yeah. Your wrists are straight and you're hitting it more like a forehand. Now, her technique is on this particular thing. Her technique is better than yours because she went through Red Deer, right, where they really laid that hard on us, right? You haven't been through Red Deer yet. You've never been through a fundamentals class, right? So this is probably new information to you. And because you came from a long background of pickleball and you had a whole bunch of habits, and my philosophy is don't force people to all be doing the same thing in the same way. You were not struggling with your dinking. I've never nagged you about it. I've never bothered you with it. But watching the video yesterday and previous week or the previous 3 sessions, I can see that this fundamental is affecting your game negatively, the lack of this fundamental. This is why I'm choosing now to correct it. Because where it's giving you difficulty, both of you, is in the mid-court, when you're getting these volleys or these low balls in the mid-court, and you need to get a ball up and down to the ground quickly, right? If you have this laid back wrist, I'm convinced that it's going to improve your success in those shots. And that's why you're popping so many up right now, because your wrist just isn't laid back enough. If the wrist is laid back, you're not going to be doing this, right? And it's this bit in your swing that's giving the ball just that little extra bit of energy that it needs to go higher and deeper. And we're only talking about, 18, 24 inches sometimes But that's the difference between success and failure. Does that make sense?
The wording of let's say that is dumb. It's really dumb because then it's like so awkward.
Yeah.
It's so awkward and to stay there. And it's like you want to stay there and to believe. It's like dumb analogy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of language in the fundamentals that I would choose to do differently. It's their language. We don't need to use their language.
Palm facing your opponent makes total sense.
Yep. Okay. Let's try a little bit of dinking with the palm facing forward right now, the two of you together. I just want you to work on when you. Yeah.
She's like this, and now asking her to go like this. She's not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But she is going to be able to somehow
Keep her palm facing
keep her
forward.
palm facing.
Yep. All right.
And there are lots of women who have done this.
Yep. Lots of people do. All right. Come on in. We're just dinking. We're just dinking. So now, hang on one sec. Just, I want you to both back up one stride from the kid, just from there. There you go. That's good. Just give yourself a little more space. So great. A little less slappy, a little more push all the way through. So after you make contact, right, you just push all the way through, right? Because right now you're, that's good, there, good. A dink is a push, and a drop shot is a push. So we want to create that pushing sensation. Keep your palm toward, or your knuckles, depending on whether you're on forehand or backhand side. That was beautiful, Susan. Yeah, all the way through. A little more. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Your dinking has already improved. Just that minute. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Very well.
Depends on the shot that you're taking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the result of the ball.
Yeah.
Really hard and fast too when you're just scooping.
Oh yeah. So you're never going to, under level 10 pressure, or if something unexpected happens, you're never going to have perfect form. So your perfect form is kind of your default form when you're getting a low pressure, easy ball, hit it to exactly the right spot. In those moments, your form should be perfect. The higher the pressure you're under, the faster things are going, the more unexpected things are happening, the less perfect your form is going to be. But your foundation is always your good default perfect form. That's your foundation. Right? So that's what we're just trying to work on, is make sure we're doing it right on the easy balls. All right, so that's good. I don't want to, this isn't a dinking lesson, so I don't want to make it about dinking. But let's now try exactly the same thing from the baseline. So Angela is going to feed you at the baseline. You're going to be at the baseline. Angela, you're going to be here at the kitchen. Right? We're just doing our drop, a little bit of a drop warm up now. So, okay. Yeah, just normal feed, normal feed. Something, there you go. It was beautiful, Susan. That was perfect, yep. So if I ask somebody to do something a little bit different, the way they've never done it before, right? I give them the information. I don't want to be commenting every single time they hit the ball. I don't want to be giving them feedback every single, because they need to work it out in their head. They need some silence. They need some just experience, right? Some chance to
That
experience.
wasn't my intention. My intention was, is that right? Is that good? Is that that? That's what we're looking for there.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that on every stroke. Yeah.
I needed it. I want the feedback.
Okay.
See what you want.
Oh, you were asking about your strokes? Your feeds?
I'm asking about Susan's.
Okay, yeah. So give her a chance to work it out. I'm not gonna respond that way. Yeah, I know. A little deeper, feeds. A little deeper. A little deeper. There we go. That's awesome. So did you feel how rigid your wrist was there? That so if we get just remember to point your knuckles at her. What happened there was your paddle face was pointing at her, but your knuckles weren't really. You really gotta, I don't know how to describe it. Just always think of your knuckles pointing at her. There you go. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a great shot. A little low. Okay, that's good. Okay, Susan's going to come forward. Angela's going to back up now. We're just going to reverse rolls. Continue with what we were doing, just reverse rolls. All right, so I'm going to make one adjustment here.
Was it good?
Yeah, you're doing okay, but there's an adjustment I want to make. You're opening up when you don't need to. We want to try and maintain that closed stance, especially on the forehand side, right, with little or no backswing. Right, so try and
because I'm back at the baseline.
because you're at the baseline,
But if
and
I'm here,
well, if you have to step into the court, yeah, you're going to end up opening up.
okay.
But if at the baseline, there's no reason for you to open up. So just get used to, or sorry, did I say open up? There's no reason for you to close off. Get used to just receiving in an open stance, and that'll help you keep your wrist laid back. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. I don't think you need that much backswing. Let's try with less backswing. Let's try with less backswing. Yeah. There we go. All right, let me try something. I'll get you right there. Okay, feed me, Susan. Shut. So the paddle is not going behind me, right? I'm keeping the paddle in front of my body the whole time, right? You're bringing your paddle back here every time. So I just want you to try and keep the paddle in front of you. There we go. It's beautiful on that. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, look at that. Oh. It's your magnetic personality. Nice, Angela. That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Okay. All right, we've got this. So we're going to work on our laid back wrist today. Let me show you the first. That's our warm up. You guys have had a chance to hit some drops now. Your brain should be in the drop zone. So come on over here. Okay. So when it's our turn, we're going to pick up 3 balls. We're going to come here to the T with the white line and the green line. Okay, and we're going to hit 3 balls. I'm not bringing the racket back behind me. I'm keeping the racket in front of me. My palm is facing towards where I'm hitting. All right, or wrist laid back, whatever you want to say. And I'm just nice and easy. 1, 2, 3 volleys into the kitchen. Then I go out, go around, I get to the back of the line.
Can I say something?
Yep.
So right there, when you had this laid back, you were like this. So that makes a lot of sense to me. But it's not this. It's this. You were doing this, which is lovely. But I tried to do this because I'm thinking paddle to my elbow.
Yeah.
Right? Which really messes me up.
Okay. Palm forward. Yeah.
Yeah. It's way better.
It depends on where you're reaching the ball, but ideally, strength is always a little bit bent, right? You want to be able to engage your forearm, engage your bicep. This is weakness, this is strength. So when we're doing these, if you were asking about the forearm or the arm position, come on over to this side so you can see. Okay. My elbow is actually right next to my rib cage, right? Because that helps me control the lever. If the lever's too long, right, it becomes weak, and the racket head speed becomes too fast. Whereas if I keep my elbow in close and keep it anchored and use my T-Rex arms, it's just easier to get a short, more controlled lift. Yeah, exact same thing. Now,
I feel like I need a little bit more.
yeah, and sometimes you do. It really depends. Don't forget, you can harness the energy of the ball coming towards you too, right? So sometimes, but from here with my elbow next to my rib cage, so I'm not, from here I'm not taking a bigger swing, but I am increasing my rotation, all right? And then I follow through a little bit. My arm comes a little bit further away from my body, but I'm not starting back here to get the momentum. I'm increasing my rotation, and I'm giving it a stronger push.
Because the push is the only exception, right? Everything else, the ground's if you're back here,
Maybe not a lot, but you're going to have some. Yeah. You're going to you're going to have an appropriate amount of backswing. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Way more than this little push.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it back,
yeah. Because think about it this way. Long distance. So I'm hitting the ball a long distance. I need a long stroke. Short distance, short stroke. Right? So we don't want to be reaching back. There's more than enough energy here to get this ball over the net without taking the ball behind me, right? In fact, without taking the ball behind me, if I have the right height, I can actually reach the back point. Yeah, I call it a push. Yeah. Difference between a push and a lob is a lob has much more height, right? Whereas a push is just beyond where the other person can reach, right? So that's, in my mind, that's the difference between the two. Lob and semi-lob in tennis, that's the term they use. But I call it a push because generally with a lob, right? I'm going to have a really long stroke. Look how long my backswing is, right? So that's a lob. Whereas a push is just a push. It's like a drop. It's like a drop shot or a dink shot, but you're doing it from much deeper.
The lob is like very exaggerated.
Much more like a ground stroke. It's got a long stroke. Anyway, so.
I would prefer to answer those if the ball goes through a rafter, it's out, correct?
Yes.
Even if it doesn't touch a rafter.
Correct. Yeah. That's the rule in other indoor racket sports. I assume it's the rule in pickleball. Don't quote me, and they're changing the rules all the time in pickleball. But in other racket sports, if it passes through the beams on the ceiling, it's out. So. Yeah. Oh, almost. Yeah. Out.
Really? Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, and maybe something somebody can look up.
All right. Okay, so let me review the drill now. We're going to come up to the tee here, right? Keeping the racket in front of us. We're just going to hit 3 balls into the kitchen. That's all I want you to do. And then circle around, come back up. Any part. I just want you to what we're working on here is making contact with no backswing, with our palm facing the direction that we're hitting the ball, right? So right from the tee, 3 balls, and then rotate and let the other person hit. No, out of the air. These are volleys. Volleys. And we're hitting volleys. Volley drops. No, we were warming up our drop shot. Now we're switching to volley drops, which is what we're working on today, is volley drops. You're welcome. No backswing. Keep the bracket in front of you. Okay. Don't slap. Push, push, push. Good. Excellent.
I get a gold star, Susie.
Good. You're struggling with it. What's that? Nice, Susan. Very nice. That was perfect feed. Okay, so when Angela, come here. She's visual, so I'm going to use you, Susan. I want Susan here. Susan here.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to use you because so she can see. So you were hitting your arm straight like this. I want your arm close to your elbow.
Listen,
or your elbow
we're
close to
working
your
on
rib
two
cage.
different things. I'm working on the fucking feed.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is I want you to toss your feed so you're able to make contact with it in this position. You were tossing your feet out here, which was causing you to reach for it and creating a gap here. So I want you to toss your feet out. This is an important thing. Can I borrow your racket for a second? Thank you. So this is where I toss my feet. Right? Just right here. Okay. So use that to measure. You'll get there. There you go. Beautiful, Susan. Yeah. Nice. What? Look at the spin. Okay, so there we go. Awesome. We're ready. Yeah. That was fucking excellent. Let me borrow your pad. Let me.
Extremely excellent.
All right, let me get you guys right up in here where you can see me. All right. So this was going to be the next thing. I want you to create a little bit of a roll. Just a little bit of a roll. Right? So you're not slapping the ball. Right? You're creating a little bit of a roll. Watch how the ball just rolls. You see that? That's why I just create a little bit of a roll now. Okay? You're both doing it. I just want to make you do it on purpose now. A little bit of a roll. There you go. Look at that. Nice. The reason you're struggling is you're tossing the ball too far out front. I just want you to just put it right there. Just literally put it to your power. There you go. Look at that. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, exactly right. But now get it in the kitchen. Okay, stop, stop. Where's you're starting with a backswing every time. Start with the racket in front of you. No backswing. There you go. Nice. Excellent, Susan. That was nice. Good. Look at that. 3 good ones. Are we still aiming for the kitchen? T-Rex arms out. Angela, T-Rex arms. Just your ribs. Keep your elbow to your ribs. Okay, stop. We're going to change the drill now. Let's do a quick pickup. Oops. Somebody want a tube? It's cold in here. What'd she say?
I don't even want to repeat it. It's okay. Bad.
Bad? Are you being bad, Susie? Are you being bad, Susie? All right. Okay, so temporary racket. Thank you. Next thing. I'm going to come up to the tee from here. I'm going to hit 3 drop shots. 1 to that side, 1 to the kitchen, or 1 to the center, and 1 to that side. All 3 of them I want to be in the kitchen. So remember, keep your elbow under control. It's going to be a little bit different on each one. This is a little further distance, so you're going to have to, there's going to be more separation with more follow through, more of a push. It's a longer push, right? This one's nice and close, so you shouldn't need to separate your elbow from your ribcage much at all. And on this side again, because your arm's on this side of your body, it's going to be less than this, but more than this, right? So we're doing 3 different depths here. Boom, 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 boom. So 3, and then pick up balls. I'm going to work in with you guys so I can model it while you're... Look at that! 3 in a row. Perfect 3, the Holy Trinity. Try. Let's try. We'll get there. We're practicing, right? In all 3, my palm is facing where I'm aiming, right? You got to get the palm facing where you're aiming. Nice, Susan, you got it. Nice, Angela. 2 out of 3, that was awesome. Nice. One, 2, 3. All 3 out. All 3 were straight, but all 3 were out. That was your best one, Angela. That was awesome. Palm was facing in the right direction all 3 times. Very nice, though. That was beautiful. Look at that. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Good. Awesome. Okay. Beautiful. You guys see what I'm doing? This is what you guys are going to be doing next. You guys are going to be doing this next. This is the next progression. I'm trying to volley your shots. If I can volley them, they're not good. Right? Nice. At the same time, I'm also getting in some thinking practice, right? You do not want to give me volleys. If I can volley them, good. Nice. Well done. Go. I got one. Two. I got two. I got two Susans. One. Good. Good. All right, let's do a pickup, and then we're going to do that drill. I'll take one. No, we're good. Got to take breaks every once in a while. So we'll do a pickup, we'll grab a drink, and then we will we'll work on the next progression. Maybe I will get the other hopper. You know what? I think I will. So let's grab a drink. We're going to grab a drink. I'm going to pick up the other hopper.